fast forward in come over channel social so how say a POG Media. Yamin shocks a wajam retinting LRC. Now, channel so how political source are training because making headlines. And a Jimrena Yidi Exomoni, Yimni and Braximus, and AD Kayama stress will be subscribe to the channel. Hit on notification bell. Now, I feel what you may nice comments now, boy, I'm a channel to me often to my Efra. Now, you're more in writing, Sim, Senie, Edi can edit to Ijano Takradi and Yasam Kotra, and a Aso Kumo. Menoka say, Puerto Hey, a doma, a pufadom so, a bodompium, a be a book a conting a day, a head doctor, Bawumia, any doctor Mathew Opoku Prempeh, and Yaksem Kotra. Now, I'm really drew Dr. Mathew Opoku Prempeh, and I know this same every 2 years. And who be here say also, who be who the airport any day back. In Tennessee and TSM, among Imbra, a doctor Opoku Napu, Nasue. Na ye hwe de ekọ na we ni free honso a eye okay you mon room na ye hwe de ekọ so ewo ho.
I give you a foretaste of what is to come. A link between the last of the titans, His Excellency Nana Addo Akuffo, and the future generation led by Dr. Bawumia. I hope this heralding task I'll be able to do. In 2011, around 2 a.m., I was woken up by the security guards of His Excellency the President Nana Addo Akuffo, way back in Bolga. When I went to see him, he was alone in the canteen of that famous hotel. We sat down to talk, obviously woken from sleep. And he said some profound things to me that evening. He said, Napo, Mathew Prempeh, this party, you are the next generation. I'm going to give you some advice, pieces of advice this evening. And I hope you can stick to it. What were the advice or the pieces of advice? He said, my whole aim is to make sure when we get into government, we succeed ourselves. And I can only leave the party to one of 3 people. He proceeded to mention who he felt comfortable in 2011 to leave the party when he exits office. He's our second presidential candidate who is offering 8 years of competent leadership. 8 years of delivery. I can say, without any converting, that 2 of the 3 are representing and coming after him. That is Dr. Bawumia and my good self, Dr. Mathew Opoku Prempeh. Leadership is born and made. His Excellency Addo Akuffo, who himself was the man of the moment in 2007, and who himself we have listened to his crowning achievements. Today is about leaving us, but he is ensuring that we succeed ourselves in breaking the 8 with Dr. Bawumia. Since my nomination as the vice presidential candidate of the new Patriotic Party, I've spent a considerable time in Western region. I believe, apart from our mother regions, Ashanti and Eastern, the region that is akin to making the NPP the national governing party forever is the Western region. I've spent considerable time here. I've been through Amenfi, Wasa. I've been through Diskov. I've gone to Jura. I've gone to Zema. I've gone to Ahanta. I've been to Esekado, meeting chiefs and leaders in all these communities. And I'm overwhelmed by the love and warmth of the people of this region. I've been everywhere with the chairman of the party and the regional minister of the region. And I can only...
na afi watching Libanese comment na boa amachana no etumi afa no tuma pra efra na yemo enwura yensem sene edi kan editu edwano takrade enya asem koto akora ene eja aso se kumo me no kase ko wani ko hwei edoma etwifa dom so abodom pim ebi ebo kontin ere ko hwe doctor Bawumia any Dr. Mathew Opoku Prempeh enyak sem koto akora na emreni drui Dr. Mathew Opoku Prempeh edina no disem ebutudwa na ehu behia se onso obehu de ekọ ene de eba nti ni se nti ensemre emu imra ye Dr. Opoku napo na so ye na ye hwe de ekọ na we ni free honso a eye okay yomu rem na
please say thank you for the good work you do on behalf of NPP. Patriots, we have a general election to win. We have a general election to win. And this general election, we will win. With God, it is possible. This is a call to duty. This is a call to duty. And today's manifesto launch is the show of our contest of ideas and policies that is going to serve as a guiding light for His Excellency Dr. Bawumia. When, by God's inshallah, 7th January, when he assumes office. He promises us that he needs no honeymoon. And from 7th January, he's going to start working for and the people of Ghana. The NPP which he represents, which he leads, and when he says to lead is to solve, has a record of delivery. In 2016 and 2020, the NPP delivered on this manifesto. I do recall His Excellency Dr. Bawumia calling me to come and account for what we are doing and what so far we have done in education. That led some of us to think deep. Mr. President, your work has been shown that you are a man of based upon the work that you have done, I'm sure Ghanaians are going to give us the mandate to continue from where we are. Mr. President, what you did in education has not been even demonstrated here. In 2016, it was a contest of ideas. When you talk about free SHS and free TVET, you didn't stop there. From early childhood care and new nurseries you developed. You made sure that in the era of IT, every school gets a school laboratory, and it is in progress. You made sure every teacher gets a laptop for IT, and it is in progress. And you made sure every student in secondary gets a laptop, and it's in progress. Mr. President, when you assumed office in the year 2017, 40,000 Ghanaian students had passed their WASI exams but could not get their results because they couldn't pay examination fees. 40,000 Ghanaians at BEC and WASI could not get access to their results because they couldn't pay examination fees, not even school fees. Before you came that 800 would have qualified or been able to stay in school with the best results ever. The most profound thing, Mr. President, the most profound thing that you did in education, when the naysayers said it couldn't be possible, you made it possible. When the naysayers said you were diluting education, you were lowering standard, Mr. President, the first batch of free SHS stayed home 5 months because of COVID. And when they came back to school and they set for their WASI, the best results ever Ghana has had. 68% of all A18, aggregate A1, 8 subjects happened for that group. 68%, the whole of West Africa. Ghana got 68% of A1s, 8 subjects.
Health was the Manifesto Committee, whose chairman ensured that every discussion was infused with a blend of the party's ideology and the unique persona of the presidential candidate. Across the length and breadth of the country, different groups were engaged, their inputs providing a careful balance that lays bare the foundation of a document that reflects a shared vision, but also resonates with the aspirations of the people. Dr. Bawumia himself sat in for his vision to be put to strict test and scrutiny. The chairman is thankful to all the various committees. This manifesto reflects the needs and aspirations of Ghanaians and is fueled by the vision and dynamism of Dr. Bawumia.
The manifesto is the social contract of the party, but in particular, the presidential candidate of the party with the generality of the citizenry. The person who is leading the party, and of course you know that the party has its own ideology, private sector enterprise-led or free market enterprise party. He, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is an established economist. He represents a microcosm of the Ghanaian society. He belongs to the academia as well. For 16 years, he has been into politics. And together with his boss, they've traversed the length and breadth of this country. There's no place that he hasn't visited. And in that enterprise, he's met a cross-section of Ghanaians. So even though his own ideas have been shaped by his upbringing, his training, professional training, and his politics, he knows that he is not the repository of wisdom and knowledge. So when he became the flag bearer, he set out to engage a cross-section with Ghanaian society. He had put together a team to help him craft his manifesto. But walking around, engaging the citizens, he was with us. Wherever he went, he presented his own vision, and then asked the people that he had met, professionals, market women, artisans, farmers, policemen, lawyers, engineers, and so on. He met all of them. And then when he had spoken to them, he also asked them to speak to him. We listened and took out salient matters that they brought out to fertilize his own vision. And it is the combination of this that we have put together so that his own vision then will respond to the concerns, the needs of the Ghanaian society. That is what we have done. That is what the Manifesto Committee has done. I must express my gratitude to my compatriots in the Manifesto Committee, my Vice Chairman, the Honorable Akroma, the Secretariat staff led by Yvonne Hughes, and the various committees that we had to deal with, representing the various sectors, energy, education, health, infrastructure, all of them. And I would say that together we fashioned a document that the people of this country will be proud of. And on behalf of the committee, let me also express our profound gratitude to the Vice President, His Excellency, the presidential candidate of the party.
And we say in some other course, what channel also made us so again, that's an so body and the dominating a basambo room. Now, any changes what's in about the small. Shut up, say a POG Media, Akroma.